Hard work!
Hard work!
Hard work!
Hard work!
Hard work! Work!
Hard work! Work! Hard work! Work! Hard work!
Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be making a tapered jig for my table saw so that I can make tapered legs, also long angled cuts that are too big for my miter saw. So it's a pretty useful jig and pretty simple to make. Hang around and check it out. Thanks.
For this project, I'm going to use standard 3/4 inch MDF as my material. You'll see that I'll go ahead and measure the fence to see what the height is and cut a couple of strips into the height of the fence. And then I'll bring them over to my miter saw to cut them to length. And I've started with just 2 pieces. Later down the road I'll decide to add a little reinforcement to that, but here you can see I have just a standard cabinet hinge that I'm going to apply to the ends. And this is going to be the pivot point. And I mark the holes and I pre-drill the holes, which is very important with MDF because it will split if you do not. And I'm using a regular screwdriver as opposed to the impact driver so that it doesn't over tighten and split as well. And you can see the hinge motion. Here I'm using a piece of cardboard to make a template for an angle adjuster. And you can see I'm using my calipers to determine the radius that I want to use to lay out on the cardboard. And you can see I just use my calipers to scribe a little line to make a nice circle. And then I'll use a pair of scissors to cut it out and a razor blade to finish the trimming. Here is a look at the final cardboard template before it's transferred to aluminum for the final product. Before I make the final product, I'm going to use the cardboard template and tack it to the jig to determine its location before I drill the holes and put the studs in for the wing nut adjusters. Here I have my sheet aluminum that I'm going to transfer the template onto, and I will use my drill to start some pilot holes, but initially I started to use my tin snips, but then I realized it would be a better idea to use my jigsaw with a metal cutting blade. Now I'm drilling the holes for the studs that will tighten down the finished angle locator. Here's the finished angle locator and adjustment. You can see that it pivots on the bottom stud, and both studs have wing nuts, so once you open the angle to your desired setting, you just tighten down the wing nuts and the angle is set, ready to ride on your fence and create a tapered cut. Now I'm going to add a push tab to push the material through the saw blade, and also add a push handle on top of the jig so that it is easier to push through the blade. And as well, I decided to add an extra layer of MDF to both sides to just add a little rigidity to the overall jig. here's the finished product, although later down the road I will add another reinforcement tab that you can see on one of my next videos. Also, I'll probably use another piece of MDF for the push tab instead of the aluminum, something that'll be a little sacrificial in case you get into a saw blade. But as you can see, all you have to do is open the jig to your desired angle, lock it down, and push it through with a push handle. And voila, you have a tapered cut. Here you can see a set of table legs that I cut using the taper jig. Also, you can see the taper jig in action on my How to Build a Farm Table Part 2 video. As always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share, and comment below. Have a nice day.